Today is a day I was never looking forward to. A day where my heart hurts for the family of John Bain, aka TotalBiscuit, because today the gaming community, the YouTube community, hell, the gaming industry in general has lost a major voice and someone who I have a lot of respect for in John Bain, aka TotalBiscuit. And this is really a video that I didn't want to make. And you know, back in 2016, whenever I really learned about him coming out about his cancer, I just thought, I really hope this day never comes. I hope that, you know, he lives a long, full life, and sadly, his life has come to an end. But I think he would want people to know that he's no longer in pain. Over the past couple of months, he's been in so much suffering and in so much pain due to everything going on with his body and the cancer that he basically had to give up what he loved doing, which was game critique and criticism. His series of WTF Is will always be remembered as a good example of good game criticism and critique. John wasn't the kind of person that would give you a score. He demolished that system. He would give you brutally honest facts about the game, what he thought of it, and who this game is basically aimed towards. And I think that he kind of paved the way for modern day games journalism. Sorry, I'm stumbling on stuff. But he did a good job. And he didn't bullshit with you. He didn't give you fake, you know, biased opinions. And he wouldn't even allow that to happen. Would not allow bias to get in the way of what his job was. And I have a lot of respect for that. One of the things I think that TotalBiscuit was good at was teaching people to think critically about things and really see past the bullshit and the things that the game developers and publishers were trying to push on you, and to really see behind the curtain. That's one of the life lessons I kind of learned from him, and he's one of the pillars of why I'm the person I am today. Between him, Tommy C, and Rags, I wouldn't be the same person if I wasn't involved with their content and enjoyed it for many years. Were there times that I disagreed with TotalBiscuit? Yeah. Politically, you know, objectively, subjectively, it all was a bunch of disagreements. And there are things that he said that pissed me right off. But is he going to be missed? Yes, of course. He was a big influence on my life, and he will be missed dearly. It's hard for me not to cry right now thinking about it. I respected the man. He was a good person. You could tell he was. He was kind to his friends. He stood up for the people he cared about. And he just cared. He cared about the gaming industry. He may have always come off as, you know, somewhat stubborn at times and very brutal with his opinion, but that's what people respected about him. That he was brutally honest. And that he was helping games journalism, because it had gotten to a point where it was pretty damn bad, and he was one of the number one. He was the number one when it came to PC games, you know, reviewing and criticism and critique, and he was one of the channels I always looked forward to. His podcast, the Co-optional Podcast, which I don't know what the plans are for it after today's news, and nor do I care right now, got me through some of the hardest times of my life. Got me through some of the hardest days at work. And it was an amazing show, and still was up until, you know, the very end. It got me through and basically helped me look at things objectively instead of subjectively. And he's done so many things, including he was the owner of an esports team for StarCraft. He was an amazing husband and father. He was a pioneer, in my opinion. And I'm not going to make this a long video because I just wanted to kind of give my own perspective on John Bain, TotalBiscuit. But there is one thing he did for me that I will always appreciate, and I might get a little choked up here. Back when Undertale came out, everyone was telling me to play the game. Play the game. Play the game. You gotta play the game. And I pushed away it for so long. I said, no, the more you bug me about it, the less I'm gonna do it. Well, at that same time, he was going through something similar with The Witcher 3. Everyone wanted to hear his opinion on The Witcher 3, and he couldn't do it because he had a contract with CD Projekt Red, who sponsored his esports team. And he said that if he reviewed that game, that it would be a conflict of interest. And basically, I don't have the audio, but I'm hoping to find it. He basically explained Undertale and how it felt to make that choice of, you know, resetting the game and everything. And that he could never do it because basically that would be taking away their happiness. I was never interested in Undertale until that audio clip came out. And basically after that, I decided to play Undertale with my friend Insane Matt. And it's one of my favorite games of all time now. It's right now in a tie between Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Undertale. And when it comes down to it, I'm gonna play a little song here that basically kind of, I think, describes TotalBiscuit in a way that I think he would be remembered for. He helped people push for their hopes and dreams. He helped Dodger and Jesse and any of his friends or any of the people he cared about push to reach their goals. I just want to say, before I get too choked up here, TotalBiscuit, you'll be extremely missed. You were a staple of the gaming industry. You were a leader, a trendsetter, and there will be no one that could ever replace you. Rest in peace, and everyone, just enjoy the song.